Obviously it wouldn't be a rundown without the delight of revelation and tight interactivity with these fabulous activity and undertakings. Empty Night Silk Melody. Empty Night is one of the most incredible Metroidvanias of the 10 years, and to every one of the jokesters who've been hanging tight years for this subsequent, it's at last getting a delivery window. Group Cherry and Microsoft has guaranteed us emerging in the span of a year implies Hornet's shiny new mission is coming very soon. There's an exceptional around here. One of our men has been killed. A plague story composition. The secrecy endurance bad dream of Europe's haziest ages has a spin-off. Amnesia and Hugo's process is going to get significantly more insane. Memorial adds an entirely different layer to the kin relationship and enhances the covertness and activity expected to get away from the revulsions that look for them supplanted. The Microsoft Elite activity side-scroller is overflowing with style supplanted. Features a great pixel craftsmanship style put against the scenery of a rambling cyberpunk city. The trailer provided us with a blend of Edge Sprinter and Katana Zero with its activity pressed interactivity and cutting edge visuals. Pentiment directly from the splendid personalities of the Obsidian workplaces. Handmint is their own interpretation of the account experience equation a la Disco Elysium. Advance across this middle-age land attempting to tackle secrets and managing individuals of yours. Casing 1. More Annapurna created title. Casing was made by the person behind Inside, and Limbo set out to think critically and tackle various brain-bowing riddles, all to assist this with little messing with around. This outsider sci-fi wonderland. Ravenlok. Enter a turned fantasy land loaded up with beasts to kill and capricious characters to meet. Ravenlok feels like American McGee's Alice without the gothic motivations. It's a major financial plan. A fellow that rotates around a little kid attempting to escape what is happening. Prepare to match up a really long time of character customizations, expanding ways, and more with this choice of great pretending games. Starfield, the greatest uncover from Xbox's late spring game celebration show. Starfield is aggressive. Its excellent arrangement is for players to reside in their own sci-fi dream where they can venture out to more than 1,000 planets looking for experience. Sounds recognizable. You can tweak your personality, your boat, and do anything you desire. It's essentially Skyrim meets No Man's Sky. Man's Sky, or as per the web, No Man's Skyrim. Diablo IV. The following enormous thing from Snowstorm is their development to their Diablo series 4 has gradually advanced into a MMO in spite of their ARPG roots. Players can flawlessly cooperate and take out strike supervisors, or they can go it alone on the off chance that they need to. The most recent class Magician adds another importance of death to the game. Persona 3 versatile, Persona 4 brilliant, and Persona 5 Royale. Each of the 3 of Mapbook's phenomenal JRPGs are at last emerging to the PC, and they're free for Xbox Game Pass proprietors. Experience the hazier story of Persona 3 compact while sticking to its shaking tunes and making companions in the quiet town of Inaba. In Persona 4 brilliant do groundbreaking mental heists with the ghost criminals. And Persona 5 Royale Flintlock, the Attack of Daybreak, a move RPG where you initiate down divine beings in boss privateer style. Utilize the force of black powder or hack and cut your cut glass as you destroy this bizarre world abounding with risk. How would you argue? Not blameworthy falsehoods. She kicks the bucket. Forspoken is of late postponed to October 11th. Square's most recent isekai follows the narrative of a young lady shipped to a dreamland. Its ongoing interaction includes continuous battle where you control the powers of nature. The ongoing interaction is as of now out in the wild, and it looks great notwithstanding experiencing outline rate falters. Your reflexes are your dearest companion with these enormous spending plan. First individual shooters detected a few bloodsuckers in their energetic group of followers close to the celebration grounds. We should begin their ghosting Out Redfall Hidden's most recent IP ventures into vampire. Domain collaborate with companions in 4-player center. And free the city of Redfall. It's a blend of numerous games collided with one like playing Left 4 Dead. With parasitic vampires yet with powers and capacities. Directly from BioShock Music Vital Mission. At hand current fighting to the cutting-edge FPS a development. To the 2019 current fighting reboot Current Fighting 2 has every one of the natural sights and faces of the first notwithstanding its predicament stuffed multiplayer mode. It accompanies a gaudy mission with eminent interactivity and crazy visuals. Warhammer 40k Dim Tide the most recent. From the Warhammer 40k vaults Dim Tide as a development. To Vermintide inside the most obscure profundities of the Hive. Collaborate with 3 of your companions. And endure constant floods of unhinged foes. Pleasant work group keep it moving. Overwatch 2 Snowstorm reignites the shoot to their honor-winning legend shooter in this continuation. Overwatch 2 is totally allowed to play so more players can encounter speedy shootouts. And playing with poisonous colleagues. New characters will likewise join the conflict including the Bionic Lady Visit and the feisty Junker Sovereign. The public beta opens October 4th. Okay, you're in abundance. Tracker presently you must assist me with protecting my companions. They're Gatlians very much like me. Extremely excited. You may be asking, this is simply Rick and Morty. Right, well yes and no. Justin Roiland's new game is tied in with talking weapons in a peculiar outsider world. Enthusiasts of Roland's humor could find it interesting. Yet the people who aren't should mull over giving this a shot. Yes, all the more I want seriously wounding music. Next up, the loathsomeness type gets back into the game. With these titles that will terrify the residing poo out of us. Layers of Fear's blooper group's most recent is a summit of the things that made the Layers of Dread series extraordinary. The emphasis on fears makes for an extraordinary choice of ghastliness arrangements. It's created utilizing the stunning Motor 5, so expect a nearly photorealistic experience as you advance around its corridors. Dead Space redo the USG Ishimura coaxes by and by in this revamp of the acclaimed Endurance. Frightfulness from instinctive aside from the rebuild surfaces and further developed visual energy. This revamp likewise figures out Isaac's in the middle of between his endurance against the necromorph invasion. Did you had any idea about that? They call Callisto the Dead Moon dead, very much like you would have been on the off chance that I hadn't fished you out of that disaster area. The Callisto convention craftin' science fiction endurance awfulness is an otherworldly replacement of Dead Space occurring in a strange office on Jupiter's moon. Callisto endure the horrendous organic disappointments that swarm the land. It's severe, shocking, and we can hardly stand by to get eviscerated in this unpleasant wonderland. Occupant underhanded for change. The following large thing to seek the revamp treatment years after the occasions in Raccoon City. Leon Kennedy makes his return, presently created utilizing Motor encountered the Lost Plagueis danger more than ever. Occupant malicious Town DLC, a much anticipated option to Capcom's most recent Occupant detestable title. This Town DLC is an assortment of 3 modes, one of which includes a subsequent story to Ethan Winter's girl. New revulsions will look for her as she advances into this twisted reality, for her recollections separated from that. A refreshed hired soldiers mode adds new characters including Woman D. Gracious. And did we notice the game is completely playable in third individual mode? Presently disdain this first individual shooter, feels like it came from our Giger's craftsmanship in this fantasy-like Hellfire opening. Investigate a tremendous and labyrinthian world, totally continuous in this air, narrating clear your path through this puzzling sci-fi labyrinth, and stay watchful to your environmental factors. The universe of hatred is unlimited in fear, and ammunition and stock are scarcely enough for this journey. White knuckle your direction through different snag courses and submerge yourself to the front seat with the main hustling title. Deserving of PC's lobby of popularity. How things are playing out is an in-motor interactivity demo gave. Utilizing a solitary camera, no cuts. How about we bounce in with the M8 Forza Motorsport? The following enormous jump in motorsport hustling is selective on Microsoft consoles. This pristine Forza Motorsport needn't bother with any progressions in its primary dashing, rather it exhibits the force of their innovation with noteworthy beam following visuals and 4K help. It's intending to be the most costly and aggressive dashing game ever. PC has forever been the home for the procedure and reproduction sorts. Tragically, we just got one title that established a gigantic connection with us. History is loaded up with snapshots of significance, a notable a lost to time. Yet what might be said about the set of experiences that might have been in the event that you were its engineer? Time history untold, despite the fact that there might be a feeling of in the middle between emanation. History untold is the same as its motivations. You're actually constructing a monstrous realm that can get by for quite a long time into the future. There's no interactivity yet, except for we got a brief look at how it unfurls with its true-to-life trailer. Set up those button information sources and practice combos with the most expected to battle game to come out ideally 1 year from now. We should kick this mission off. Road Contender 6. The up-and-coming age of battling game classification may arrive with this genuinely necessary invigorate of Capcom's acclaimed battling series. 6 elements, a redesigned cast that precisely portrays their cutting-edge style, some new, some natural, beside the rankling hard-hitting 1 versus 1 battle. 6 likewise includes another third individual story mode where you can investigate and get to know different characters from its reality